Today in Shinobi Striker, we're going to be doing a full detailed weapon review over the brand new Inuzuka clan food pills and Ninja Hound SS attack type weapon. And to answer the question if it's worth spending your scrolls on or not. So without wasting any more time, let's hop right into the video. And this is the intro. It's pretty nice. Akamaru just sits on top of your head with a default stance. First, we're going to be going over light attacks, and to do those is square for PlayStation and X for Xbox. For the light attack, the character does a left jab and then slashes the opponent diagonally. For the double light attack, the character hits the opponent with an upside down kick and then hits them with a spinning ground kick. For the triple light attack, the character just starts doing a bunch of front flip attacks, hitting the opponent and slashing them multiple times. For the quadruple light attack, the character continues off the combo with a big uppercut, hitting the opponent and sending them a little more into the front. For the 5 times light attack, the character just finished off the combo by making Akamaru transform into him and hitting the opponent with a jab. Moving on to the aerial light, where the character just slashes the opponent from left to right horizontally. Moving on to the double aerial light, where the character just adds another slash, but this time from right to left. For the triple aerial light, the character just hits the opponent with a spinning knee kick. For the quadruple aerial light, the character finishes off the combo with a spinning drop kick, which is absolutely insane. Moving on to heavy attacks, and his triangle for PlayStation and Y for Xbox. For the heavy attack, Akamaru transforms into the character and they both do fang over fang, which is crazy, bro, finally. Moving on to the aerial heavy, where Akamaru transforms into the character once again, but this time they do fang rotating fang. Moving on to combo attacks, where you mainly want to utilize your light and heavy combo strings. For the light plus heavy, the character slashes the opponent and then does tunneling fang. For the double light plus heavy, the character hits the opponent a couple more times and makes Akamaru transform into him and does tunneling fang. For the triple light plus heavy, the character hits the opponent with the front flip attacks and then launches Akamaru. For the quadruple light plus heavy, the character just finishes off the combo with the passing fang. And keep in mind, all of these heavy attacks deal really good damage and have really good tracking and also go pretty far. For the aerial light plus heavy, Akamaru jumps out and starts hitting the opponent a bunch of times, which is hilarious. Like, imagine getting beat down by Akamaru. For the double aerial light plus heavy, the character slashes the opponent one more time before sending Akamaru. And finally, for the triple aerial light plus heavy, the character hits the opponent with a spinning knee kick before launching Akamaru. Moving on to the charge attack, which can only be done if the circle around the opponent turns dark red. For the charge attack, the character launches towards the opponent and hits them with a nasty hook, stunning them for a good amount of time. And before I go ahead and rate this weapon, I just want to let y'all know that if you have any other weapon you would like me to do, just let me know and I got ya. And for the first category that we're going to be ranking, it's going to be damage. And the damage for the Kiba weapon is actually really good. Both the taijutsu for Akamaru and the character are really good, and the heavy attacks also. And that's why I'm going to have to give damage a 7 out of 10. Moving on to speed, and once again, the speed for this weapon is amazing. And that's including Akamaru and the character, and also the heavy attacks. And I don't really think I need to say much. It's fang over fang, of course it's going to be fast. So I'm going to give speed a 8 out of 10. Moving on to range, where I don't think this will surprise anyone. It's an attack weapon, so it's not supposed to have insane range, and it doesn't. It has mid-range at best, simply because of the heavy attacks, but other than that, I have to give range a 4 out of 10. It's just not the greatest. Moving on to combos, and I don't really think I gotta say much. You got fang over fang, you got Akamaru beating the shit out of your opponent. What else do you want? So I'm gonna give combos an overall 7 out of 10. Moving on to reliability, and that's where I think this weapon kind of takes a turn, because in some situations it's absolutely insane and very, very reliable, but in some other situations it just tanks in utility. So for that reason, I have to give reliability an overall 6 out of 10. And last but not least, user friendly. And although I do think this weapon is pretty straightforward and kind of easy to use, it does get a little confusing when it comes to the combos. And that's mainly why I make these videos, just to give you information about each combos and how to do them properly. And that's why I have to give user-friendly a 5 out of 10. And finally, for the overall rating of this weapon, I have to give it a 6 out of 10. And I know some people would say that's too low, but that's simply the objective rating of the weapon. Because if I gave it a higher rating, it will no longer be an objective rating. But I would love to hear your thoughts about this weapon and how much you rate it out of 10 in your opinion. And to answer the question from earlier, yes, you should 100% try to get this weapon, especially if you don't have a good attack weapon already. And if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, I would highly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe and turn on the notifications, as we're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. And see you guys in the next one. Peace out.